So after losing one of the most important support which we had in between 85 and 6,000, the price of Bitcoin is free falling exactly like how we predicted. And now we want to find out whether this continuation continues or will there be any changes, because if we look at the price action of Bitcoin, while the price is free falling, you can see the USDT dominance is making a U-turn, and U-turn in USDT dominance means the entire crypto market is going to see furthermore selling pressure. I mean, USDT dominance getting strained, heading towards this upper trend line means we should prepare ourselves for a target which is going to be below 80,000. Unfortunately, Bitcoin looks like already losing the support around 85, 86,000. I mean, the support from this falling trend line in a weekly time frame, and now we must prepare ourselves for a continuation which might look somehow like this: a relief rally in the medium short term, Bitcoin coming for a retest around the previous temporary support line, and then heading towards the original trend duration. Because in our case, after closing the weekly below 85, 86,000, Bitcoin has officially entered in a downtrend which might look somehow like this. I mean, I showed you guys yesterday with this descending triangle pattern. Bitcoin losing the support around 85, 86,000 could be resulting in a free fall, which it did. And now, if this exact scenario is going to continue, you can see what is expected: a lower highs. I mean, price of Bitcoin heading towards to form a new low, which could bring the price of Bitcoin towards the price objective from this symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangle lower trend line has already been broken, which is a sign of weakness. And now if this bearishness continues, we know in between 74, 75,000, this is the first target, and the next target could be in between 70 to 75,000. That is where we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to get attracted if we fail to come across the support, which must be held at any cost around 85, 86,000. Unfortunately, Bitcoin has lost the support around 85, 86,000, even closed the weekly below that range. Now we must prepare ourselves for a bearish continuation, which might look somehow like this. I mean, a continuation to test some of the key line of support before deciding the trend duration. So in our case, according to this ascending broadening wedge pattern as well, Bitcoin has a very, very high probability to test this key trend line, which could bring us in between 70,000 to 75,000. 70,000, 75,000 will be looked as our upcoming target for Bitcoin, and not just only because of this ascending broadening wedge, not just only because of this bearish symmetrical triangle, not just only because of this descending triangle, but even with the help of this rising trend line. Because in the past price action, we are aware each and every pullback around this rising trend line later resulted in a very, very bullish move. I mean, higher lows, higher highs continuation, right? So if we see a continuation towards this rising trend line, then you can see Bitcoin is going to drop below 80,000. And again, just like what I showed you with this example, 70, 75,000 in between that range is where we could be getting attracted before choosing a trend duration. But I personally think once Bitcoin tests the support around in between 70, 75,000, many new investors are going to jump in. That will push the price higher, and we might see a continuation, an actual bullish continuation playing out after that. But for now, things are looking bearish for Bitcoin. I'm being very honest with you, and not just only because of the price action, but even with the help of this leading indicator, we have already lost the support from these three trend lines, top, central, and the bottom CPI line, and now we are free falling. So what does this mean? Bitcoin already lost the support from this key trend line. Now we must prepare ourselves for a continuation to the downside. I mean, towards the first bearish target for the month of March, which sits around 74,000. Yes, guys, this is the area, this monthly S1 line is the area where we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to get attracted before choosing a trend duration. But in the medium short term, after this kind of free fall, there could be a relief rally because even with this Binance Bitcoin USDT liquidation heat map, you can see we have huge liquidity clusters lying in between 83,800 to 85,500. So this liquidity clusters tends to act as magnet. That's why we are seeing some sort of a relief rally in price action. So if this continues, then you can see we might come across 85, even up to 86,000, but please be careful. We don't want to get trapped because we know we have extremely important resistance from this Bollinger Band, the center line, which acts as resistance during downtrend, just like here, right? And even this Williams alligator indicator. Yes, guys, during downtrend, this Williams alligator indicator tends to act as resistance, just like from the center line. So any sort of a rally in the medium short term, this trend line will be acting as additional resistance along with this sepia trend line. Yes, guys, this sepia trend line in the medium short term will be looked as resistance. The most important resistance will be around 85, 86,000 because that's the area where we have huge liquidities lying around. So that's why we might see a move towards this area. But we know we have extremely important resistance lying around that price range, which could be resulting in a move like this. I mean, Bitcoin showing a relief rally and then heading towards the original trend direction. So please, guys, please, until we come across the sepia trend line or until the price gets back inside the sepia trend line, any sort of a rally will be looked as a temporary rally, and price after that is expected to head towards the original trend direction. And for us, the original trend direction, you know where that is, right? I mean, Bitcoin has a very high probability testing 70-75,000 range before deciding the trend direction. So that's why things could get very, very ugly in the upcoming days. So I don't want you guys to be over leveraged. I want you guys to use proper risk management strategy. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen. So guys, by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.